Hi and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto. Today, guys, we're going to be jumping back down into the charts for Bitcoin to see what's been going on most recently and what I would expect to happen next. As I get into this video, if you find it useful and informative, hit the like button. I really do appreciate that. If you happen to be new to the channel, why not go ahead and subscribe, tap the bell, select all notifications, and in doing so, you will be kept up to date with everything that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. If you haven't yet joined us in Discord, links in the description down below. Fantastic community talking crypto 24/7. It's completely free to join, and I don't think you'll be disappointed by what you find down there. So why not go ahead and check it out today? Right, let's get right into this. Right, Bitcoin paired up with the USDT, and this is the hourly chart. Binance is our data source. So I tried to keep this analysis brief. There isn't too much to kind of talk about other than the fact that we started to see a bit of a reversal. So we were tracking these 5 waves coming down, pretty 5 big waves coming down here, right? We actually hit the minimum target. I actually thought we were going to come down lower. But we have actually now moved on up quite nicely in a different structure. So essentially, you know, we were aiming originally for 37,800 to about 38,600. We've come down to a low of $38,500. So we hit the technical target of the low point, and now we can kind of move on up, right? And that's kind of what we started to see yesterday. So good kind of motion, but I still think there's a little bit more room to come back down. So everything bounces. It's just going to go through the motions here, guys. So what we've got is we've got this Fibonacci retracement tool just on this first move. We can see that this is an impulsive structure, as in it's taken the form of 5 waves. There's a couple of ways that we can look at it. I think we've got this as a wave 4 just here. And I think the stochastic RSI supports such a move as well. Okay, then this allows us to see that we could potentially be coming up a little bit higher here before we have some kind of decent correction. Okay, so I'll just draw that in, and what I'll do is I'll grab some price notes and we'll just drop that in there as well, so you can kind of see exactly what I'm thinking right here for BTC. So this is looking like, and we just put these in, anywhere between 41,400 and what I think is actually 19. Let me actually just go ahead and change this up a second here. We'll make this 19. Okay, and 34 cent, actually I should put the 34 cent in there to be accurate on it. So that's kind of our low target, 41,419.34, and then at the top here it is basically 72.94, right? So pretty quick to kind of just get this one mapped up there. So just get that up into the 94 cent. Right there. Okay, so that's kind of what we're looking for. Now I'm going to remove the fib and we're just going to draw this out. So what we've got is a wave 1. I think wave 2 is here, this being our wave 2, and our wave 3 comes up here, our wave 4 down to here, and then I think we aim for this little yellow box just at the top. Okay, and so straight away we can see that we're moving up right into that $41,500 range. That should complete this structure. From there, I would expect to see some kind of ABC structure kind of here and take us down into some slightly lower retracement zones. And because now we've got 5 good waves coming up here and gives us the structure for reversal, this is the area that we might want to take advantage of to buy. Okay, so since we didn't hit the low points down here where I would have wanted to kind of dollar cost average, instead we got the reversal patterns. Now is the time to actually pay attention to the retracement and get that one locked in for the next ride up. Okay, and again, this altcoins are pretty much following the same path as Bitcoin. Not all, but some definitely are. VTran's a clear example of that, so we'll go through that later. But essentially, you know, we are looking pretty good. We've got 5 waves up, and we always expect 3 waves down. Now we could, of course, you know, see 5 waves down and another 3 and a 5. It would make very little sense though, and obviously invalidation of anything would be now set down here. So essentially what I am thinking, let me just mark that up so we know exactly where that comes in, that being right here. Okay, so $38,536 essentially is the one that we're looking for. Okay, so I will just go ahead and grab this and we'll just make that $36.51. Okay, so that's our low point. Okay, if we drop down lower than this, it invalidates the structure. But what I'm thinking our immediate future should look like will be 5 waves up, which we are looking to complete, a 3-wave drop down, and then an additional 5 waves going up. Okay, and this would actually tie in very, very neatly with a $43,000 BTC. So that would be our basic structure of an ABC structure going upwards in our bounce that I've been talking about for a little while. Essentially, if I bring back this, we have basically an A wave coming up, a B wave coming down, and a C wave going up higher. And all of that is basically a B wave overall. Okay, so all that's looking pretty good, and yeah, the structure for Bitcoin on this hourly chart's looking good. So let's jump on into the stochastic RSI. Okay, so here we can see that the hourly is almost ready to have that next push upwards. It's a little bit, this fourth wave might not be finished yet. We might pull back just a fraction more before we actually surge up into that fifth wave. The lower the fourth wave goes, the higher the fifth wave goes. So generally not a bad sign to kind of just see this one kind of bottomed out a little bit. The 4 hourly chart is overbought. The 8 hourly chart is heading to the overbought area, and the daily is progressing quite nicely to the upside. So all in all, there will be an ABC correction to correct our 4 and 8 hourly stochastic RSIs, and then there will be another surge upwards. That should then basically take our daily chart into the overbought area, where we then have another 5 waves going down towards the low $30,000 ranges. So essentially everything's kind of following the path that we've been talking about for a couple of weeks now. Nothing overly strange about this. It's pretty much kind of typical movements, and yeah, business as usual really. Now if I come up into the daily chart, you can see, if I actually go ahead and just turn everything off here, you can see that we are looking for this kind of bounce upwards, and then we'll fall back down lower. Now the aim here is to set a higher low, so I will just throw all that back on, grab myself a trend line here, where the trend line's already drawn. As you can see, right, the idea here is to set another higher low on this journey. Okay, so we don't want a deep wave a wave C. We don't want a really deep one, but we do want some kind of structure to appear here. Now, it doesn't have to be as steep as this. It can, of course, just come down like so, just to kind of make sure that we have these higher lows getting set. It will be a really good thing for Bitcoin. Of course, it's possible that we don't do that and we do just drop down much lower, but the aim of the game here will be to stay above $32,000 as a minimum requirement there. If we lose that, then we've kind of lost a lot of structure, and basically there's nothing really stopping Bitcoin at that point from going all the way through the structure down to maybe $25,000. I don't think it's probable, but it is definitely possible. Okay, so yeah, a lot of one riding on this next wave. I don't think there's a lot of momentum to really take Bitcoin down into those levels, and it would trigger a bear market in my opinion. So I don't really see it per se, but I do think we've got a good strong bounce coming up now, something we think we've been expecting for a while. We'll get this B wave done around 43, maybe 45, depending on how strong that final fifth wave goes, and then some kind of pullback where we do want to see that set in the right position. Now if I go up into the weekly chart, here we can see the overall structure, what we're talking about, moving on up nicely. The stochastic RSI on this weekly chart has come down quite nicely, so that's actually correcting much better than I thought. This would actually support us not going down that low, right? We're not going to be dropping down to $25,000 in my opinion, because we haven't got the momentum behind us. Plus the monthly stochastic RSI is already in the heavily oversold area, and this is exactly where it was back in I think it was let me just check the exact date on this one. So yeah, January 2019, pretty much when Bitcoin started its bull run. Here you can see it, right? So overall, in a really good spot. We are still talking about $79,000 to $108,000 BTC, and there is of course the wild card saying $165,000 BTC. So essentially everything is pretty much on track, and there isn't too much of an update to give you guys. The fact that we are just tracking down this final fourth wave before we have that fifth wave surge, it's not a huge percentage push really. I mean, you're talking a couple of percent for Bitcoin, but it might have a good impact on some of the altcoins, so definitely watch out for something that's going on with those. And I'm going to leave the video there. If you have found this useful and informative, hit the like button. I really do appreciate that. If you happen to be new to the channel, why not go ahead and subscribe, tap the bell, select all notifications, and in doing so you will be kept up to date with everything that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. With all that said, done and out of the way, I hope everyone has a fantastic day, and I'll catch you all in the next one.